Hi, I'm Joe, the owner of Perpetual Auto Care, and what we have here is a 17-year-old vehicle that we're going to use as an example to show you how we inspect the vehicles that come in that want to join our plan, and only because this car does have issues and we could show them and you can understand how, we go about taking care of these problems. Okay, so what we have done is we already driven the vehicle to make sure it didn't have any transmission issues, that it runs fairly decent, and there's no bad bearing noise, no excessive slop in anything or noise, banging, anything unusual. This car actually seems to drive pretty decent. It's a little sloppy on the road, so I'm assuming it has some front end issues. The brakes seem a little, weary. And so we're gonna go over we already went over all the lights to make sure that the lenses are not cracked, nothing, everything passed inspection, no cracked windshields or anything like that, windows. We checked all the windows work and the door locks and everything inside seems to be in proper running order, AC works, all that stuff. So anything inside, we didn't find any major issues. So we did, like I said, feel a little slop in the front end, the brakes seem a little weak. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift it up and we're gonna check and see if there's anything going on the front end. Okay, so we previously pulled off the other side wheel so that we can take a look at the brakes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to check the front for slop, and this obviously does have a little slop going on. And tight that way, but okay, so what we're going to do, grab a light here. And just as I suspected, we have a bad outer tie rod end. The inners are tight. Okay, and also it looks like we have some leaks here going on, nothing major. Okay. Go down underneath the car. Now this car, someone has put an aftermarket exhaust system in, which we do not cover, but it doesn't keep a person from joining the plan. It's just that if they ever have any issues with their exhaust system, they're gonna have to, have it taken care of from an exhaust place, or we can do it for a cost or whatever, depending on what the problem is. But we don't keep cars with aftermarket exhaust from joining the plan, we just don't cover the exhaust, that's all. And, okay, so we're gonna, everything under here looks okay other than the exhaust, which is, on the customer. And this car is, driven daily. It has 167,000 miles on it, but it's actually in pretty decent shape. Other than a slight oil leak here from the oil cooler, which is not a big deal, it's just an O-ring. And, the belts, everything looks okay. We also, when we inspect everything, we check for any bad pulleys, any noise coming out of the compressor, and the water pump we check for slop and play in the bearing, make sure there's, nothing else going on. And these, everything under here looks okay, other than it does have a leak here from the oil cooler, which seems to be something they'd have to address. Okay, so we're gonna let it down, take a look at the brakes. So it looks like someone's put wheel bearings in here recently and a set of struts. So someone's been semi taking care of the car. Now, when we check the brakes, we make sure that we have good brake pad, and we do. We have half brakes in there, so we're good there. Brakes are okay in the front. Look at the rears. Looks like they were both done at the same time, and these have a little more wear. They have a little bit left on them. They'll be okay. But probably next time, if he passes inspection, he would need the brakes and we would do them. We did check the tires. The tires are good. He had 4 new tires about 6 months ago. So this car, what we would suggest this person do is just, you know, like I said, it's in pretty decent shape, not bad. We make a list here. Obviously, you know, we put down in the future it's going to need brakes and whatever, and it's going to need an outer tie rod end, and let's see what else. We'll take a look under the hood, see if everything else there looks okay. Like I said, we already checked to make sure all the other systems are working. Okay, so it looks like he has an upper air filter tube missing and an engine cover, which is no big deal, but we would suggest that we get the air tube for it. This way the air cleaner is, you know, not getting excessive dirt in it for no reason. And like I said, we already previously checked up here because we want the video to be too long, but it's, you know, there's no major leaks, nothing major going on. All the belts and hoses look decent, and everything is, you know, where it seems to be belongs. And so, you know, so what we would do is, you know, inform this customer that if he wanted to join the plan, he'd have to, I would say, do the tie. And that's probably about it. So what we could do is we would offer him to take it to his mechanic that he has at the moment and get it done, or we could give him a quote to do it. We do super reasonable work, and we would do the tie rod end, charge him to do that to repair it, and then the car, what we would do is we would change the oil, and he'd be able to join our plan. And like I said, we previously scanned the car, had no codes in there. There's no codes present. As you see, it's for this car. So, you know, it's good that way, which is important too. And that's basically it. And this person actually could join the plan after repairing these minor things, and he'd be fully covered. So, this was just to give you an idea of how we inspect the car and all the things we check, and hope to hear from you soon. Hope you have a good night.